Hello, my fellow griefers and trolls. Eric the Plague Doctor, 981YT here. Or as I'm known on Twitch, Plague Doctor 98TTV. And beekos, welcome back to more Elder Scrolls Online, my favorite multiplayer game of all time. And in the last one, we discovered what's been going on with the seeds and shit, and this guy showed up.
Now to the reason I came here to find you. I made contact with Captain Serounding. She agreed to help defend Vastir, but only if she can recover her ship from the dread sails. We'll have to hurry. I fear the Sea Elves and the Fire Song will strike soon.
How did you get in touch with Captain Serounding?
Well, truth be told, she contacted me. Easier to get a message to Castle Mernard than to find a Sea Elf hiding in the wilderness. When Sea Lord Nalos rejected King Orgnum's orders, he seized Serounding's ship and scattered her crew. She needs our help.
Why send me, exactly?
Specifically, she requested I send you to help her. She'll meet you on the Castle Tenair docks on the western shore. Do whatever you need to, but make sure she recovers her ship. We need the Gilded Blades when the assault on Vastir begins.
I'll meet Captain Serounding and help her recover her ship.
Go to the docks near Castle Tenair and help Captain Serounding recover her vessel. I'll escort Archdruid Raval back to Vastir, and incorporate the druids into our defenses. Join us there as soon as you can. By the green, we will weather this storm.
Did Captain Serounding say anything else?
Her message was brief, but she indicated that most of her crew was missing as well. Scattered or captured, she'll need them back to sail her ship, and we need all of the Gilded Blades to help defend the city. Do whatever you can to make that happen. House Mornard's knights stand ready. The druids will bolster our defenses, but you must bring the Gilded Blades to aid us. Whatever the Fire Song promised them, the Sea Elves are committed. My scouts spotted an armada sailing toward the city.
Can the city withstand such an assault?
We've never faced such a test, but Vastir's walls are built to withstand punishment. I believe they'll hold and give us the time we need to drive off the invaders. But even the strongest stone can be chipped away at with enough effort.
All right.
Let's go fast.
All right, let's die.
I'm not leaving you.
So I got a feeling that, because there's a lot of focus on the, Druid King, I'm pretty sure that our little, Druid Mornard guy, Stefan...
Dishonorable wretches! If they've scratched one piece of her hull, I'll make them suffer.
is gonna become the Druid King.
So the Lordling got my message. I doubted he'd turn down the idea of having my ship at his side, but one can never be too certain. Now, I hope you came prepared to fight. Things are about to get ugly. I intend to make sure of it.
Sir Stefan said you needed help getting your ship back.
That's right. See it down there? Those bastards chained the Mad Maiden to the dock and placed my crew under guard. The Dreadsails have already set sail for Vastir. If you want my help in the battle, I need both my ship and my crew. We need to work in tandem. I'll get my crew while you free the Mad Maiden. Cut the mooring lines and drop the harbor chain so we're ready to set sail the moment my crew is free. They left some slimy eels on guard. Think you're up for it? I knew you had salt water in your blood. Cut the 4 moorings binding my ship, then head to the far dock to release the harbor chain so we can sail to Vastir. You'll have to take the platforms to get down there. Go on. Remember, the moorings need to be cut and the harbor chain needs to be dropped or we're not going anywhere. Take care of that, then we can sail for Vastir. Your lordling will need all the help he can get to withstand the coming assault. Someone's got to defend the home port. Even a slime like Sea Lord Nalos knows that. They're more of the lowly scum who spit in the face of King Orgnum. They'll put up a fight, though, same as the ones you faced in Castle Taner. I'll meet you on the deck of the Mad Maiden. Don't mess this up.
Damn bugs out here.
That was fun.
I didn't see a hole there.
Going to dull if we keep this up. Watch me go! Bet they weren't expecting that.
yourselves against my blade. To take back what's mine!
Follow the captain!
I see the moorings have been cut. What about the harbor chain? We're aboard my ship and I have my crew. What about the harbor chain? If it's still in place, this will be a very short trip. The Mad Maiden is faster than any ship in the Dreadsails Armada. We'll get there in time. And then Sea Lord Nalos and I will have words. Sharp, bloody words. Wait below deck until we dock. The rest of you, weigh anchor! Set sail for Vastir! Everyone, to your stations. Mercenary, get below decks and stay out of the way. Next port, Vastir!
Hold them back. Let no dreadsails get past your blades.
The siege has begun! Quickly, to Sir Stefan's side! They're on the run! We'll deal with these lordling. Gilded blades, forward!
Friend, we need to find my father. I lost track.
Feels good to get the blood pumping, right?
I was sure I was dead.
To the cathedral! We'll be safe there!
There! Father, how goes the battle?
Not well. The city's been overrun. I'm glad to see you and Stefan. We could use your strength. My knights and the druids have been holding their own. But the sea elves, they arrived in such numbers. I need you to find the archdruids. I think the Dreadsails are hunting them.
Why would the Dreadsails be hunting the archdruids?
We heard some of their warbands talking. Something about finding the druid relics. I'm glad for the warriors, but did they have to bring their damn religion into my city too? Anyway, I need you to find archdruids Revol and Elec. Keep them safe. I'm not sure about Revol, but I saw Archdruid Elec heading for the old druid tunnels. Follow those, and you should find him. Lord Bacaro and I are taking people to the cathedral. Besides the castle, it's the most defensible place in the city. Head east, and you'll find an entrance to the old druid tunnels. Damn things were here long before we built the city. If you find Elec and Revol, send them to the cathedral. We're gathering all the non-combatants there for their safety.
Send the wounded and any non-combatants to the cathedral. They'll be safe there.
Damn these bloody reavers! These are the tunnels my father mentioned. The Sea Elves are already here. We must find Archdruid Alec.
Thank you.
Damn, no sign of Archdruid Alec. He must have been chased out. Let's keep going.
Away!
Archdruid Alec, take heart, we're with you!
I will not fall to you!
Thank you. I couldn't help... Oh, thank you. My strength almost left me at the end. But I failed. I wasn't able to stop them from taking our sacred seed. It's gone.
What about Archdruid Revolt? Does he still have the Stone Lore seed?
I don't know. We got separated. But they're going after Raval as well. You have to find him. We cannot let the Firesong lay claim to all 3 of the sacred seeds. There's no telling what would happen. The House of the City Gods? Yes, of course. I'll head there immediately. The wall should offer adequate protection. Now go. Help Archdruid Raval.
Are you sure you have no idea where I should look?
Well, they've barricaded the main streets, but there's a shortcut to the west and up the stairs. Head that way and see if you can find him. And may Y'fflon protect you, outsider. Be careful. You have the strength of mountains, but even the sea can wear down stone. Y'fflon's grace guide you quickly to Raval's side.
Archdruid Alec, allow me to escort you to the cathedral. Friend, I'll rejoin you once the Archdruid is safe.
Well, look who you found. Care for another blade at your side?
Mainlander champion. Face me and die!
Nalos! Time to pay for turning the dread
Oh, this
sails
isn't gonna be
into
much of a
traitors.
challenge, my man.
Nita! Asha! I need your aid!
Break free.
I've got an idea of how to hurt him bad. Tell me when you're ready.
My servants will tear you apart!
I'm ready again. Tell me when.
I cannot fall! I am Sea Lord Nalos!
That's for my brother, you worthless
That
eel.
was just
And for
embarrassing.
our king.
Yeah, it didn't take very long, did it? Next time, Nalos. be someone a little bit more threatening.
Archdruid Orlaith, return the sacred seeds!
Let Raval and the seeds go, Orlaith!
You have lost, Raval. Today your blood allows the dream to come to pass.
Druidkin, you must protect free!
Silence!
Not Raval! Damn you!
A new age of green begins here.
What's going on?
When next we meet, you will bow to me, the new Druid King.
I'm no help with things like this. Find me when you're finished.
That, oh my gosh, that.
No! No! Help me! We have to dig them
I
out!
barely escaped the collapse. Gods, how did this happen?
Green preserve us. First Archdruid Raval and now my father. My father's under all that rubble. Please, you have to help me. There must be survivors. Why are you just standing there?
Stefan, they're gone.
No, you're wrong. You must be. Stand there if you like, but I won't abandon them. I refuse to leave them. My father, Archdruid Raval, even Archdruid Alec, all gone. This can't be. How could this happen?
They have to have lived because it said that there was, tunnels, but anyway.
Small comfort to the survivors. And to the dead. Apologies, my friend. I need a moment to collect myself. There are things to do, but I saw Sarah Vane go toward the gate. Find her before she vanishes. We could still use her help.
I hope his dad survived, because his dad's pretty cool, but then again, his dad could be the Ascendant Lord. Who I don't think they're just gonna abandon that plot line, because...
Well, you won the day. The city is safe. Doesn't feel much like a victory, though, does it? Did you talk to the Lordling? I doubt he's faring well. Death always cuts the softest ones deepest. I'll try not to celebrate Nalos' demise too loudly.
What happened to the rest of the Dread Cells?
My people are like a pack of wild dogs. With a strong leader to guide us, we'll fight to our last breath. But without one, our fury dissipates. Once Sea Lord Nalos fell and the Fire Songs abandoned them, the remaining Dread Sails fled. You've bigger things to worry about than my intentions, but the Lordling is right. You do need me. Look, you helped recover my ship and crew, helped me kill Nalos. Why don't you head to the castle? Check on the Lordling. I'm not going anywhere. Death should never make anyone happy. Sea Lord Nalos had to die. Simple as that. Am I glad that my blade tasted his blood at the end? Yes. I had a vow to fulfill, and now it's done.
Your vow to the king?
To King Orgnum, yes. And to my brother. I hope Nalos saw my brother's face as we cut him down. Now go take care of your own, mercenary. I'm sure the Lordling could use a friend right now.
Please, I'm looking for Dame Fada. She was with the knights protecting the cathedral district during the attack.
We're still sorting this all out. As soon as
I got Sir Stefan to return to the castle. Talk to me before you go see him. Horrible. So much death, so much suffering. Young Stefan lost 2 fathers today, and the city lost even more. I keep asking myself why I survived when so many others perished. But I wanted to talk to you before you go in to see Sir Stefan.
Is he all right?
That is unclear. He lost a father today, as well as a mentor that was just as precious to him. We may have won this battle, but Archdruid Orlaith has all 3 sacred seeds. Speak with Stefan, Count Monard, now. He must decide how we move forward.
Losing his father and a father figure in the same day, that's gotta be rough.
I apologize for my behavior earlier. So much death and destruction this day. I can't believe my father and Archdruid Reval are gone. 2 men who shaped me, snuffed out like 2 candles in a strong wind. And now Archdruid Orlaith has all 3 seeds. By the green, what are we to do?
The Dread Cells have broken off the siege at least, and Sea Lord Nalos has been killed.
That's some good news. Focusing on what we've won rather than what we've lost is the only way to not fall into despair. Vastir still stands, safe because of our efforts. And though we've been dealt a terrible blow, all hope is not lost. By honoring the legacy of my 2 mentors, my father and Archdruid Reval. Now that Vastir is safe, we can concentrate on stopping the Fire Song. But before that, you helped save my city from utter ruin. Take this, with my heartfelt thanks. Dozens of people lie dead in the cathedral's rubble, including my father. I know I must carry on. Yet Archdruid Orlaith, she also took my mentor, the person I counted on my whole life. She murdered Reval. We must end Orlaith's madness. Somehow.
Do you have something in mind?
I can't leave Vastir. Someone has to pick up the pieces, and that responsibility now falls on me. Find Druid Laurel. She needs to know that Archdruids Raval and Elec are dead. That Orlaith and the Fire Song have the sacred seeds.
What do you think the Archdruid will do next?
She told us as the cathedral collapsed. She's going to proclaim herself the new Druid King. But while she has the seeds, she still needs the sower. Free has a part to play in all this, but they'll need your help. Find them, friend. Keep them safe. Laurel and Free remained at Glimmertarn to direct Stonelore stragglers and to avoid the Fire Song. Make speed, friend. If Archdruid Orlaith seeks the sower mentioned in the dream, both Laurel and Free are in danger. I can't bear to lose Laurel, too.
Glimmertarn, do we have that as a... Yes, we do.
Taking the chasm was necessary, but by the soul of Tuwaka, I would prefer never to have to fight over ground like
Friend,
that again.
what news of Vastir? Why are the spirits of the island in such distress? The very spirits all around us cry out in fear and sorrow. Even Free says they sense a change in the sacred seeds. Tell me about the battle in Vastir. Is Stefan all right? I fear something terrible has happened.
Sir Stefan's fine, but Count Mornard was killed, as was Archdruids Raval and Elec.
Archdruid Raval is dead? I knew something had gone wrong. The spirits of nature that surround Glimmertarn were acting so strangely. But if the Archdruids are dead, what happened to the sacred seeds?
Archdruid Orlaith murdered Raval and took the Elder Titan Stonelore seeds.
Blight and damnation. Free told me they sensed the seeds stirring, moving. I couldn't think of any good reason to account for that, and neither could Free. But what about Vastir? Does the city still stand?
We defeated Nalos and drove off the remaining dread cells. The city is safe for now.
At least something good has come of all this. But poor Stefan. His father wasn't a friend to the Druids, but he mostly left us alone, unlike some of his predecessors. Free said they felt the seeds calling. Maybe they can help us track them down.
When Archdruid Orlaith took the seed, she said she was going to become the new Druid King.
I knew this had to do with the prophecy, the dream of Kasserine. But for anyone to proclaim themselves the Druid King, even an Archdruid, it's just unheard of. That isn't how it's supposed to work. Talk to Free. See if they still sense the seeds. I don't know. And our other Archdruids died in the attack on the Dreyfa. At some point, I'll need to send for an Elder or Archdruid from High Isle. But for now, we're on our own. In the meantime, I'll do my best to lead the way Reval taught me.
I'm pretty sure it'll be her.
That which dreamed through seasons uncounted now awakens. The sacred seeds sing to me. Together now, they find their voice. They tell me to come to them. Soon, I must answer.
Can you lead us to the sacred seeds, Free?
You do not hear their song? I hear it. Yes, I can guide you to the seeds. They are my purpose. I cannot be kept from my purpose. Bound. Yet, there's choice. What is your purpose?
To stop Archdruid Orlaith and return the seeds to you. Where are they?
In the direction of the rising sun. The point on the isle where that first happens. I will help you find the seeds and keep them safe until crown, staff, and gauntlet must flower. That time is soon. It is not for me to tell seeds not to grow.
Then let's find the seeds, Free.
Go, friend. Toward the sunrise. Toward the song. I will walk with Druid Laurel, and we shall meet you by the sanctum of the last Druid King, Ivyheim.
Go on ahead. Free and I will meet you near Ivyheim.
This is gonna end badly, though.
Fire song coming and going as bold as you please. Orlaith is up to something. Be careful. There are more fire song druids here than I expected. Archdruid Orlaith must be planning something big to bring this many of her circle from Y'fflon. Free senses the seeds within the Veil. After all the trouble Orlaith caused to get them, she won't let them out of her sight. There's a door at the heart of Ivyheim. A place of the Druid King. It hasn't been opened in centuries. Maybe she's there? The Ivy Throne, or so the legends say, where the last Druid King held court. If she really seeks to become the new king, that's a good place to start. You and Free check out the door while I scout the rest of the Vale. I'll catch up with you later. While I take a look around the rest of the Vale, you and Free find the door to the Ivy Throne. It's east of here, almost to the coast. We need to find Archdruid Orlaith and recover the sacred seeds. Good luck, friend, and guard Free well.
Nice! They're too quick for them.
The seeds are near. Their presence calls. Be cautious. We will soon be upon them.
The throne hall remains closed, Archdruid. The seeds won't open the door.
We've wasted enough time here.
Want to die?
I must return to Y'fflon. Use every druid we brought here and find the sower. The seeds must be regrown. I'll sit
The seeds. Gone. So close, but now out of reach. Archdruid understands nothing. The seeds cannot be commanded. They must be asked. Invited. I sense another song here. Very old. It calls to me. Long ago, mortal hands taught the stones of this place a song. A promise. A greeting. Not a song for mortals. A song for me. I must look upon the door in the hillside. Yes, the sealed door that Laurel spoke of. The door the fire song Archdruid could not open. At the top of these steps. The song of this place calls to me. There must be a way inside. Let us find it. Locked by ancient power, but the stones sing me the key. Fine, listen to the song only I can hear. Find the 3 druid stones and awaken them. On the hills around us, search north, west, find, turn. Then the door will open. Open for me. Yes, friend of Laurel. Powerful magic anchored by druid stones. I hear them. They are not far. Find the stones and awaken them. 2 north, 1 west. Let them know I am here. Then the door will open for me. The song is not for Archdruid or Laith. It is for me. The door will not open for anyone. It is waiting for me. Come, Laurel friend. Help free awaken the druid stones. Then we can...
I would have never seen anything like this if I'd stayed at Tor Dreyok.
Awakens. The song grows louder.
Doing something with magic-y?
Ember, oh my god.
I wish I could paint. This would make quite the picture.
Good. That stone wakes too.
Do something before you fall over.
door calls to me.
That was trippy.
Laurel friend, the door should open for me now. All these long seasons, the door has waited just for me. Let us go inside, friend of Laurel. I have never been here, yet it feels familiar. These stones were told to remember King Kasserine and to wait for me. Yes, the song is louder in here, more insistent. It wants to fulfill its purpose, like me, like the seeds. The song is from King Kasserine's season, but it is not from the Druid King. Not exactly. A little. His voice calling me from the green. The song of his magic, strong and good. He gave me into the care of the weirds before my eyes ever opened to the light of this world. They tended me while I dreamed, until the fire song woke me.
I remember we saved you back in High Rock, but what do you think you'll find here?
Understanding. I was summoned to quicken the seeds, crown, staff, and gauntlet, but I do not know why King Kasserine made them sleep. So how can I know when to wake them? We should explore. Learn. I will follow you. The song I feel in these old stones, it comes from somewhere ahead. We should keep going. Explore. Listen. Learn. The song calls to me. Touch the moat, Laurel friend.
Welcome, sower of the dream. I am Avon, apprentice to the Druid King. King Kasserine bid me prepare for this day. Follow this passage to the Ivy Throne.
Oh,
the Druid King's
that's
apprentice. Cool. He is the singer of the song. He will guide us.
That's cool. That's really cool.
These creatures were called to protect this place. They have grown wild, fierce. A hall within the hill, the court of the Druid King. The song is clearer now, above us, toward the rising sun. The Ivy Throne. Careful, friend of Laurel. I sense a powerful guardian nearby. The song is strong here. Touch the moat and see what I see.
This stone tablet records Castlereagh's final dream. Dark betrayal followed by seeds of hope. We have punished the guilty, stricken their names. To heal we forget, but the sower must remember. Enter the garden.
Come, friend of Laurel. The garden is this way.
Just everybody's doing this right now.
Why did the song lead me here? Touch the moat, Laurel friend.
I prepared a cauldron and planted 3 herbs in this garden. The sower knows the elixir of Y'ffre's thoughts. Mix, drink, and see what I saw the day the Druid King died.
I am the sower, and I remember this elixir. Come talk with me, Laurel friend. The Elder foresaw this day, when I would be drawn to his song, and that I would not be alone. This elixir, it is the same as a potion the weirds used to commune with me while I slumbered. It connects the now to the then, the here to the there.
The elixir, you know how to make it?
Though I slumbered, I learned much from my time with the weirds. They would drink the elixir and commune with me. Teach, talk, listen. Gather herbs from each part of the garden, and I will create the elixir. It will show us what the Elder wants us to see. We will become a dream, a memory, and in that way, we will remember. But it is you who must drink. Only a mortal vessel can understand a mortal memory. I will see, too, through you. Death Bell. A taste lets you dream with your eyes open. Fawn's Tongue. A potent ward against evil. Foxglove. A mere pinch weakens the boundary between now and then. Good. Something else is needed. Something of mine. Now drink. Together, we will walk in Elder Avon's memories.
This is gonna be weird. I love looking through the past, though, in this game. It's so fun. Dedicated to Y'ffre and the true way. Fuck Y'ffre.
Elder Avon, I need your
Oh
help.
my god, I love this. Just turned into a big hulking man. Oh my god. I look like I got pulled into World of Warcraft.
The day I hoped to avert is upon us. A hunger for power will destroy everything we hope to build here in the archipelago. Now druids slay druids, fighting over a throne like the very elves we left behind on the mainland. I must end this.
Where am I?
Has it been so long since you served as my apprentice, Avon? Have you forgotten the Temple of Y'fflon? Our misguided brothers and sisters defile this most hallowed place with their violence. Followers of the All-Wither among the Firesong Circle. While most of that circle serve the cycle of creation, those who revere the All-Wither worship only death and decay. They seek to seize the Ivy Throne, to lead us into an age of unending darkness.
All-Wither. That sounds ominous, like a god of death, like... Is this the druid version of Sithis? Because I know Sithis has other names amongst other cultures in the lore. Same with, like, Anu and Padme, the all-creators of the universe. Like... I know that certain gods have different names, like Uriel is Akatosh, Akatosh is Alkosh, Lorcan is Lorkaj, etc. Like, it's all... It's all different, so it's very interesting. I wonder if this Allwither is Sithis. That got my curiosity piqued, and maybe I'm overthinking.
I must return my regalia. Crown, staff, and gauntlet to Y'ffre. The season of the Druid King must end. For now. Meanwhile, we need to make preparations so my dream comes to pass. Escort me to Elder Verlin in the ritual chamber. This ends today. The ritual chamber lies to the south. Take the passage that leads up. Be on your guard, old friend. The followers of the Allwither are already inside the temple. We must return the regalia to Y'ffre before they stop us.
I love the gauntlet. I love the look of the gauntlet, his crown, and the staff. Like, that's really, really cool. And I love how the crown also semi-functions as a mask. Gauntlet's really cool, too. Let's see, I think we go up here.
I am with you, Laurel friend. You are Elder Avon. And there is King Kasserine. I remember him. The Druid King is older, careworn. Many seasons passed since he left me with the Weirds.
Amazing! Look at you go!
Oh, I love the look of the ring in this. Oh my gosh, that was cool.
Begin the ritual at once, Elder Verlin. Elder Avon, I require your assistance.
If you are certain, my king, yet I wish there was another way.
The Temple of Y'fflon. I hear its song, even in this dream.
Elder Verlin has the regalia, and will begin the ritual. I hope that when I laid down my authority, when I left the throne for the forest, the shadow over our people would have passed. Now I see that more is required. Will you aid me, old friend? Remember everything you see, Avon. When the prophecy is fulfilled and a new king arises, the seeds must be brought here and blessed by the sower I spoke of in my dream. You must preserve this moment to instruct the sower. Now, go help Verlin. We need the light of the moons to shine upon the sacred pools in this chamber. Mara's tear and Shandar's sorrow must witness and sanctify our deeds this night. Elder Verlin can tell you what to do. I must prepare myself.
As you command.
I fear the Druid King is making a mistake. These symbols are gifts from Y'ffre. For centuries, our kings have worn them with wisdom and mercy.
I begged Kasserine not to take them from those who come after us, but he insists.
The Druid King said I should help you complete the ritual.
If we must do this, then yes, we need the light of Mara's tear and Shandar's sorrow. On each side of the balcony stands a druid stone. Turn them both to face the sacred pool. That will call the light of the moons to sanctify this place.
Stendar? Is that who Shandar is? Stendar?
Y'fflon, hear us. Return crown, staff, and gauntlet to the seeds from whence they came.
There we are, okay. I was just blind.
This is folly, Kasserine. You leave me no choice. All wither, guide my blade.
Betrayed! Why, Verlene? Begone! I banish you! The followers of the All-Wither, more insidious than I thought. A poisoned blade in the hand of a trusted friend. This proves I was right. Crown, staff, gauntlet. They must return to the green. You must help me, Y'fflon. Gather the sacred seeds. Help me summon Erdir the Guardian, a powerful ally for the sower, a protector to ensure that only a worthy king regrows the seeds. Give one seed to each druid circle to guard, to keep. Oak to Elder Tide, Rowan to Stone Law, Ash for the fire song untainted by the All-Wither. One last thing. Go to the Ivy Throne. Seal it. No one must enter until the sower awakens. Thank you, my old friend. Take the seeds. Go to the center of the chamber. Touch the mote of light. Touch the mote to begin the summoning. I will do the rest. Erdir is a spirit from the green. It will protect this place until a new druid king arises. Erdir will keep its vigil until the sower decides the season of the seeds has come again.
I like that. I like this story. It's very interesting, but I'm wondering when we'll get back to the Ascendant Order.
Touch the moat, and I will summon Erdir the Guardian. Farewell, old friend. This temple becomes my tomb. Deliver the seeds.
Chimera!
And seal the Ivy Throne.
A fucking chimera!
from the then to the now. Come, let us speak of what we saw. Dream. Memory. I walked with Elder Avon just as you did. I saw the one who called me from the green. Kasserine, the Druid King. I understand much more now. Was not Urdir the Guardian wonderful?
I guess so. Even though it was definitely sick as fuck, like, yeah.
Wild and fierce. A spirit called from the green, like I was. It is bound to protect crown, staff, and gauntlet. The fire song risk much to awaken its anger. Urdir waits, as I did. The fire song must return the seeds to the place we saw in the then, the Temple of Y'fflon. I know how to call Urdir a song of defense. It is my choice. Perhaps she may think she can bind Urdir, command it with crown, staff, and gauntlet, but King Kasserine told some spirits to make their own choices. I am one, Urdir is another. We should find Druid Laurel. She will know what to do next. Druid Laurel studies the old lore, young yet wise. We must tell her what we learned from the Elder's memory. Let us try this passage. I sense gentle wind and open sky beyond.
This is crazy.
Have to rally.
I wonder how hot this water is from the volcano, like... this is probably well beyond boiling.
Fire song druids. Dead. Laurel's staff. Where is Laurel? Take the staff, Laurel friend. She would not leave it unattended.
Okay, so she killed them. Okay.
I understand the pattern of what occurred. Druid Laurel was scouting, came upon these fire song druids. They fought. She was overpowered, taken away. The leaves tremble for her. So do I.
We need to find Druid Laurel.
I no longer sense Druid Laurel nearby. If the fire song took her, they would go to Archdruid Orlaith, to Y'fflon. A ploy, I think, to capture me.
What do you think we should do?
I would like to see the City of Stone. Find Laurel friend Stefan. He can help us. Laurel trusts him. Likes him. I will meet you in Vestir, Laurel friend.
Alright, I'll meet you in Vestir.
Please, I'm looking for Dame Feda. She was with the knights protecting the cathedral district during the attack.
We're still so...
I really hope, Sir Stefan becomes, yeah, I really hope Sir Stefan becomes,
Dulif,
king.
our friend returns. But where are Laurel and Free?
Stay your weapons. I bear a message from Archdruid Orlaith.
Very well then, speak.
Bring the sower to the Temple of Y'fflon. If you refuse, Orlaith will complete the prophecy with the blood of her prisoners.
You wouldn't dare.
Archdruid Orlaith will not be denied. Don't make her wait long.
Damn Orlaith and her fire song. They took townsfolk prisoner before they fled, but we weren't sure why. Now we know. She plans to use them as sacrifices. Damn her eyes. Wait, where are Laurel and Free? Didn't you bring them back with you?
The fire song captured druid L'Oreal. They took her to Y'fflon.
Laurel, captured? Is there no end to this outrage? Our own forces are still recovering from the siege of Vastir, but even at full strength, we'd be hard-pressed to assault the fire song on their island. What of Free? Did the spirit return with you?
Free is waiting in the druid district. We saw a vision of the last druid king's death at Ivyheim.
Visions and prophecies, that's what started this chaos. If Orlaith can't get the sower, she'll use the blood of Laurel and my people to make herself the druid king. Tell me you found something. Give me a reason to hope. I am in sore need of it.
There's a powerful guardian on Y'fflon. Free believes they can turn it against the fire song.
A guardian? You bring mixed tidings, friend. I can't bear the thought of Laurel in fire song hands, but if Free can help us defeat Archdruid Orlaith, I'll swear my house and life to the cause. Thank you. Perhaps we're not helpless after all.
The fire song took captives during the attack on Vastir. And they have Druid Laurel. I must protect my people, but I can't trade one life for another. Even many others. Unless... Yes, we give Archdruid Orlaith exactly what she demanded.
You want to turn over Free to Orlaith?
Free is our secret weapon. Dulef will take Free to the Temple of Y'fflon just as Archdruid Orlaith demanded. Then, while Free stalls her with this guardian you told me about, you and I rescue the captives from the fire song, including Laurel.
Brilliant plan. Dude, I will actually be angry if he doesn't become king. And also, still want to rip that armor off. I like that armor.
We land on the far side of the island with my knights and free my people while Orlaith conducts her ritual. I'll arrange passage to Y'fflon. Find Free and get them to agree to the plan, then meet me at the docks. You'll be well rewarded, friend. Dulif will take Free to a House Monard galleon. He'll escort them to Y'fflon and protect them while we rescue Druid Laurel and the others. As for our transportation, we need different arrangements. I'll meet you at the docks soon.
Okay, this is gonna be a really stupid question. But, because I'm pretty sure we're gonna work with that sea elf. I always forget her name, it's weird. Her name escapes me. Like, unless I am looking at it on screen, I can't remember her name.
I plan to hire Captain Sirvain's ship.
Sirvain,
the Mad
that's
Maiden
it.
is anchored just outside Vastir's walls, and she has no love for the Firesong Druids. Her ship and crew are battle-tested. They'll be perfect for what we need to do.
You think you can convince the captain to help?
Captain Sirvain strikes me as someone who pays her debts. Without your help, her ship and crew would still be in the Dreadsail's hands, and Sea Lord Nalos would be alive. I might remind her of that. And my generous offer of gold should also help.
What if he refuses to go along with this?
Then we still attempt to rescue the captives from Archdruid Orlaith. If Free isn't willing to help, I won't try to force them. We'll do our best without the distraction Free would provide.
If you're not say okay, well, we already asked that. I just kind of impulsively read that, started reading that. Okay, so we don't even need to leave the city. Honestly, at this rate, I'm just gonna do all 6 quests. I'm getting really into this. Pretty sure if this quest was put in the form of, like, Morrowind, Skyrim, Oblivion, etc., like, basically just a single-player RPG, I'm pretty sure we would become the Druid King. I want to know who this Allwither is. Like, is it Sithis? Is it like the Druid version of Sithis?
Look! The green has not forsaken this place of stone. There are flowers, insects, life.
Magica!
Laurel friend, I have been thinking, how can we help Druid Laurel? I do not wish to see her come to harm, but no flowers blossom, no seeds of thought sprout. I am sad.
Sir Stefan has a plan if you're willing to help.
I have grown much since my awakening. Blossomed. Made friends. Druid Laurel is my friend. What can I do to help? Others would come to harm? Because of me? No. That is not my purpose. That is wrong. But the Archdruid needs me to grow the seeds, to reforge the regalia, to make her the Druid King. That is wrong too. Ah, understanding cuts like the sun through clouds. Deception. Archdruid Orlaith will try to compel me, force me to do as she wants, not as King Kasserine intended. But Erdir, the Guardian, is there. They will help me. So I will help you.
Dulif is coming to take you to a ship. Go with him. The rest of us will take a different vessel.
I will go with friend Dulef. Give myself to Archdruid Orlaith. Then, I will wake Erdir the Guardian. Call them to fulfill their ancient duty. Please, find Druid Laurel. Save her. Too much blood has watered these lands already.
Thank you, Free. Sir Stefan and I will find you on Y'fflon.
I am not the same Free who emerged from the bower. I will not be easily bound by the Fire Song or their archdruid. Not again.
I do really like that, like,
Hello,
Free
Free.
was...
Are you ready to go to Y'fflon with me?
Yes, friend Dulef. I am ready.
I love that Free, like, started out very ignorant, naive, and basically an idiot. When she got out, as one would after a few thousand years.
We have an agreement, Captain Serounding. You'll get us to Y'fflon and we'll do the rest.
We do, Sir Stefan. The skiff at the pier will take you to the Mad Maiden when you're ready.
God, I like her. She's such a fun character.
Captain Serounding and I reached an agreement. She's happy to let me hire the Mad Maiden, especially if she gets another chance to bloody the Fire Song Circle. She isn't quite done settling scores. Is Free willing to go to Y'fflon?
Free wants to help Druid Laurel. They're with Dulef now.
Good. Tell Captain Serounding when you're ready to sail while I gather a few of my knights. With luck, the Mad Maiden can slip us into Y'fflon without anyone noticing. We can land at Cinderwash Point. We think they're holding the captives there.
How is this going to work exactly?
Dulef will deliver Free to the Temple of Y'fflon. Hopefully by the time we arrive, everyone will be too focused on Free and whatever the Archdruid is doing to pay any attention to us. But be ready, friend. I have no doubt we're in for a fight.
I'll tell the captain to take me to the Mad Maiden.
Sailing into battle aboard a sea elf pirate ship. I never imagined I'd do that. Talk to Captain Serounding when you're ready to board. My knights and I will be right behind you.
I hope one day... Wow, they're really getting ambitious with the environmentals. I like that. Oh, are those what I think they are? Oh my god! Oh, water dogs! I like it.
So the Lord then convinced you to go on this little excursion too. Good. We can use another steady hand. Just try to keep your lunch down once we reach the open water.
How do we get to your ship, Captain?
Just climb aboard the skiff when you're ready, and it will ferry you to the Mad Maiden. Then it's off to Y'fflon as quick as the wind will take us. Bear this in mind. On the Mad Maiden, I'm the captain. If I tell you to do something, do it.
You know, out of respect, I'd listen to her. I like her character. It annoys me that I can't remember her name. Like, all the time.
The Fire Song Circle sailed off with at least 3 good Dreadsail warships. I doubt those oyster shuckers know how to handle them, but they're out there somewhere. Plus whatever scows they use to get from island to island. Might be rough seas ahead.
I'll board the skiff when I'm ready.
If you intend to go to Y'fflon with the rest of us, climb in the skiff. The Mad Maiden's anchored just around the point. Otherwise, it's a long swim. My part's simple enough. Get you, the Lordling, and his knights over to Y'fflon Island. Then bring anyone you rescue back to Galen. I suppose sailing away and offering them for ransom would be in poor form?
Oh. Wow. Dude, I like her. Dude, this is the kind of bitch I'd share a drink with. Sassy and petty, speaking my language.
Sir Stefan paid me. With the trouble on Galen, there aren't many pickings left for a pirate, but mercenary work, that's looking up. Besides, I could use a port where folk think well of the Gilded Blades. Most places, they try to kill us on sight.
Alright, let's go to the Mad Maiden. Alright. Oh, this is the inside of the ship?
The Fire Song found us in this fog and grappled us. Let's get up on deck and fight them off.
Oh, I love how they have ballistas instead of cannons. That's cool.
We're the best.
Oh.
Friend, let's clear the deck.
Sea battle! Yes! Sea battle! Oh, I wish I was on my pirate character.
Send this tub to the bottom.
I've been waiting to try this spell out.
Ooh, boss. That's a pirate. Hell yeah.
Nice work! Now get to the quarterdeck and signal if you see anything. There are more ships in the fog. I can smell them. I knew it! Fire Song warships on the port beam. Sound the bell, mercenary. Then get up here and cruise.
Ring-a-ding-ding!
Gilded Blades, ready the forward ballista.
One ballista bolt with a charge of kindle pitch ready. Don't miss.
Find the captain. Slay her.
Okay, so we get to use a ballista. I like that this is a full-scale ship battle going on. Okay, can I use it? Embers in combat.
Feels good to get the blood pumping, right?
You are no match for us.
Get them in ships! Kindle pitch is burning. Now head aft and damn! All hands, repel boarders!
I am loving
Come on,
this.
clear the deck of this druid filth.
What's my mod is? Pirates were like a huge fixation and interest when I was a kid. I was super into pirates. I had something to do with the Johnny Depp movies, but like the fact that we get a full-scale ship battle is just cool. I love the pirate theme that we got going on with the legacy of the Bretons.
This is gonna be fun.
A magma golem.
Hold that scow alongside us. Use her ballista.
Ballista. Where's the ballista? I want to fire it!
For the fire song circle.
Burn this ship to the waterline!
That ballista is loaded. Go ahead, take the
I
shot.
also like the use of like actual sailor, novelty language. I think. I don't know, naval language.
Huzzah! Good work,
Mercenary,
friend.
the fire song leader's on deck.
Ha!
Deal with him.
Burn, baby, burn.
You defy the fire song? Fool, you will die on this deck. Is this all Bastir can muster? I will make short work of you. Come, my pets. Fight!
Oh, you need your pets. Well, your pets are nothing.
Battle is won. Come, speak with me.
That was awesome. Oh.
You fight like a sea elf. I'd sail into battle with you anytime. Now stay out of the way and let my gilded blades cut the Mad Maiden free so we can get underway again.
Okay, so in my pirate character's backstory, I wrote him that he was, actually raised by a group of sea elves after they found him adrift as a boy, and I kind of want to make it the Gilded Blades that found him now. Oh my god. Just basically make him a lot like this bitch.
Your work here is done, mercenary. Head below and rest up for the fight on Y'fflon. The real battle is still ahead of you. My crew can take care of that fire song scow burning alongside us. The Lordling hired me to get him and his knights to Y'fflon, and that's what I'm going to do. We've accounted for the dreadsail ships the fire song took from Bastir, but there might be others around. The sooner we're on our way, the better. Never you fear, Go below, mercenary. We can handle it from here. I'll wait here. Send anyone you rescue back to the Mad Maiden.
It won't take the fire song long to notice our presence.
Good
We
hunting!
must strike quickly. Come, friend. I know what we must do. Captain Sirvain was as good as her word and got us to Y'fflon, but we must assume we lost the element of surprise.
How do you want to proceed?
We need to split up and find Laurel and the other captives. My knights are already ashore. Head east along the beach and join them. Free any townsfolk you find, send them to the Mad Maiden. I'll head toward the temple. Meet me there when you can.
Sir Stefan, the fire song hold our folk in Cinderwash, just as you thought. No sign of Archdruid or Leith, though.
She must come with me.
Oh, please.
Over here! Help! Please! Let us out!
You know...
Good work, mercenary. You townsfolk, head back and find the Mad Maiden. You'll be safe there. Thank you for saving us. The druids hold more prisoners to the southeast.
You know, I would think for a name like Firesong, they would use more fire-resistant materials as cages. Not necessarily metal, but like rocks and such. Something that might actually do some wood. Why is everything they have here made out of wood? This is so impractical. This shit would burn to the ground in seconds.
Over here, mate. Get us out of this blasted cage.
Hey! It's him,
Now,
Dulaf.
we need to talk.
Oh my gosh, Dulaf, my man.
The plan worked. At least the part where Free and I surrendered to Archdruid Orlaith. Then she took Free to the temple and ordered her druids to toss me in here. Aye. The Firesong dragged her to the temple along with Free. Orlaith made some ugly threats, but Laurel was unharmed when last I saw her. She'd better stay that way, or the Firesong will have to answer to me. And to Stefan as well.
He doesn't look so hot, so he should probably drop that bravado while he's ahead.
Take the path to the west and follow it toward the mountain. You'll come to a door that leads to the temple. I'll need a moment. The Firesong were none too gentle with me. And I'll make sure these folk get to safety.
See, Stone! Stone, this is smart. And this is not.
Good timing, friend. I'm going to need your help against the Firesong in this ancient temple. We stand in the Temple of Y'fflon. The tomb of Druid King Kasserine is somewhere in here, according to the legends. Archdruid Orlaith defiles this sacred place with her violence and rage. Did you find the captives, Druid Laurel?
I freed the captives, including Dulaf. He told me Archdruid Orlaith brought Free and Laurel here.
Then the first part of our mission has been a success. We still need to save Laurel and Free, and find a way to stop Archdruid Orlaith. I've had little luck so far. I scouted the temple's outer passages, but too many Firesong guard the way ahead. That was my thought. The tomb is said to lie at the heart of the old temple. Where else would Orlaith perform the ritual to claim the regalia and name herself the new druid king? Let's go get back our friends and put an end to that ritual. Firesong will do whatever they can to stop us from reaching the Archdruid. Be prepared for anything.
Let go! Blake, take you! Someone has to stop this madness!
Passage to the right. That's Laurel's voice.
Nicely done.
Thank you, friend. Archdruid Orlaith has already started her ritual. We have to get to the tomb. Archdruid Orlaith has free and has started the ritual. She's trying to regrow the sacred seeds into the Druid King's regalia. We have to stop her. All I know is the legend. How after the Druid King died, they decided to bury him in the temple's shrine. Then they sealed the place, and it's been closed off ever since. Well, until now. Orlaith has free, and is forcing them to regrow the seeds.
How did he manage to get captured?
I was scouting the Vale when I ran into too many Firesong to deal with. They overpowered me, dragged me here, and presented me to Archdruid Orlaith. She threatened to hurt me if Free didn't cooperate, then locked me in here. Hey, is that my staff? Thanks. You don't realize how much you rely on something until it's gone. We need to get into the tomb, but it isn't going to be easy. Orlaith's got an army in there. Free said something about waking the Guardian, but they didn't explain further.
That was quick.
Wait, friend. I'll signal Free to call upon the Guardian. Then we can make our move.
It is time, Sower. Quicken the seeds.
Song and forest, Ifri's breath, let the sacred seeds blossom.
Free, we're here! Awaken the Guardian!
The regalia are not for you, false king.
Wait! What are you doing?
Oh, shit.
Guardian of Y'fflon, awake from your slumber!
Firesong, destroy this creature!
Strike, friend. Stefan, help me protect Free.
How do I...
Now, friend.
Okay, here we go.
Defiance is pointless, Sower. Watch as I slaughter your friends. I grow tired of this sport. Burn, fools! Burn!
The only one who's burning tonight is you, sweetie.
Fire Cinch! Burn my foes! Fire is mine to command! The Druid King's regalia belong to me! Fire Spirit, take shape!
Wamasu!
Beat your fiery wings! Let my flames consume you! The new.
Well, her
The
name was
Fire
Fire
Song
Song, and
yielded.
she just got reduced to
Or
ash.
led
The
us
irony.
through dark places. Forgive us, Sower of the Dream.
Forgiveness is for the Dreyfa to decide. Laurel friend, I need your wisdom. Please.
Look!
Well, this place is
Free
actually
holds
really
the
pretty.
regalia of the Druid King.
My purpose was to regrow the seeds, to help crown, staff, and gauntlet blossom once again. But it is not for me to wield them.
What happens now, then?
I do not know. It is not the place of a spirit of the green to decide for mortals. It is a question for the Dreyfa, I think. Like intertwined roots, wisdom must come from counsel taken together. Yet the three circles still live. Elder Tide, Stone Lore, Fire Song. From their surviving elders, a new Dreyfa can be called. They can decide whether the season of a new Druid King is truly upon us, or not. I will carry the crown, staff, and gauntlet until the Druids decide what to do. But not here. This place has served its purpose. We should... Erdir the Guardian is awake, but the danger is past. We should depart before the Great Spirit turns its attention to us. We are intruders here, too, after all. Let us return to Vastir and finish our talk there. Erdir's task was to guard this place until a new Druid King claimed crown, staff, and gauntlet. The seeds are regrown, but there is no king yet. Erdir's purpose is now cloudy, unclear, rootless, as is mine. King Kasserine saw much in his dream, yet I do not think he saw this. I quickened the sacred seeds as foretold. The task is done, yet I'm still here, unbound, free to choose. I must find a new purpose, a new choice.
Oh,
there you
please.
Are. Everyone else is aboard the Mad Maiden and sailing for Galen, Stefan. I can open a portal to Vastir, unless you plan to swim.
The portal will do nicely to us. Let's meet at Castle Mornard.
Come along, Free. We shouldn't linger here.
Please, please give the crown and such to Stefan.
Crown, staff, and gauntlet are whole again. What do I do with them?
Together, they make too tempting a target. Let's separate them until a new Drafa can be called. I'll hold the staff. Stefan, the crown, and Lord Bacaro. Would you guard the gauntlet?
The crown will be safe here in Castle Mornard.
I am honored by your trust. The Society of the Steadfast will protect the gauntlet.
Okay, so Stefan has to guard.
You continue to amaze me, friend. Your efforts on Y'fflon went beyond the call of a mere mercenary. Thank you. While the Druid circles choose new leaders and the Fire Song regain our trust, it's better that we separate the regalia for now.
You think separating the Druid King's regalia is a good idea?
Tradition demands that together they acknowledge a new Druid King. Since no Druid is ready to make that claim, better that Laurel, Bacaro, and I keep them safe. Galen is at peace. The dread sails have dispersed, the Druid war has ended. Now? I face a new challenge, more intimidating than 1,000 foes. I must take my father's place as Count, leader of my house, steward of Galen and loyal vassal of High King Emmerich. There are wounds to heal, things to tear down and build anew. Old grievances led to the madness of the Fire Song, the rage of the Ascendant Order. No more. The people of Galen, druids, nobles, and townsfolk alike, are one. I will lead them as such. Thank you for giving me that opportunity, my friend.
Time for a drink, then, and a toast to the hero of Galen.
Alright, so here is where the Ascendant Order must come back in. Complete the Best of Friends achievement on Galen. Of course, the last one would be found in Delves. But, beekos, this is where I'm going to end things for now. And we'll see what Zaji has for us in the next one. I got some crafting to go and do. But until then, bye!